Hello everyone, so today I'm going to talk about your financial future. Do you want to be financially free? Do you want to live your life without, having a job like a 9 to 5 every day of your life? Do you want to retire at a young age? Well, if you do, the key to that is investments. Investments makes you money, which allows you to become more happier by the fact that you're allowed to go out and explore with your family more. That's not always the case, but majority of the time it works a lot. And any kind of investments works, such as certificates of deposits, retirement accounts. Those are okay, but those you won't accumulate as much wealth. And stock and bond investments. So first, let's talk about certificates of deposits and what it is. So certificates of deposit is also known as CDs. I'm just gonna use it to shorten it out. Is basically a timed fixed deposit, which means that you put a fixed deposit in it and you get a fixed interest on it. This is good because it allows you to be able to save the money for like a car, a house, or like a vacation, and you can't take it out. And if you try to take it out, there is a penalty which you have to pay. But in some cases there are emergencies and you have to take out the money. It is better than putting it in a savings account because it has a way higher interest, like than any physical banks ever do. In case more, fun fact: most people don't know that savings account for like physical banks are usually less than 1%, which is not really good. So you won't make any money at all. Aside from that, inflation too, which also eats out your money. So you're basically just putting money in a savings account in a physical bank and losing money. So it's always better to invest. Next, we're going to talk about 401ks and Roth IRAs, which are two retirement accounts. And first, let's talk about 401k. So what is it? It is a employer's way of allowing people to get their paycheck pre-tax, take some of those money, save it, and invest it for them for their future when they're older. And then when they retire, they could take it out. But the thing is, for 401k is you have to pay taxes when you take out your money, which could be from 10% to 40%, depends on how much you accumulate. And the thing about 401k is, it's probably best to invest in it at a higher bracket, and then when in the future when you know that you will be in a lower bracket, take out the money because you won't be taxed as much. And it's also good, but it's retiring, so it's usually around the age 59 years old, which isn't that good because you're already pretty old. The next investment is the Roth IRA, which is basically kind of similar to the 401k, but instead of pre-tax money, it's after-tax money, and then that money is invested for you for your future. But the thing about that is, it's better because when you take out your money, it's no tax, so it's like a freebie. And I think the best time to invest in a Roth IRA is when you are in a low tax, because you don't get taxed a lot and then you have a lot of money left to spend, and then you use that to invest, and in the future you just take out your money tax free. So good to know. The next thing we're going to talk about are stock investments, which are my favorites because I am an investor too. And it is what is a stock, what is stock investment. Stock investment is basically owning a share of a company and you're able to buy it more or sell them. And the thing about stock market is that not a lot of people are very educated, and you have to be very like emotionally disciplined to be able to invest. Most people, they aren't, and they lose a lot of money, and then they stay away from stock investments. But the thing is that stock investments is like you have to grow with your money. You have to wait, be patient, and let it grow out for you to be able to accumulate a lot of wealth. Most people, they don't do that, and that's why they lose money. And then the second thing is that people aren't educated about it. They don't want to do the research. They don't want to learn how to invest, so they could making more money for themselves instead of just doing like the retirement plans such as the 401k or the IRAs. And then bond investments is like you know the same kind of similar to stocks, but it's very like unvolatile and it's very safe. Most people could just use that to allow to buy bond to sell bonds are basically loaning your money to like a bank or like a company, and then they pay you an interest back, a fixed interest, which is nice because it's like quick passive income that you could get, and most people they don't take advantage of that. But the thing is that bonds are, if it's also best to invest in bonds when they are like the interest is very high because you get a lot of interest back. And when should you invest in bonds or stocks? Stocks should be invested when you're young because the company that you invest in have a lot of potential future growth. And for bonds, it's better when you're old because you're already like what 60, 70. You don't have much time left to wait, and so you could just invest in bonds because you will get a passive income and it's fixed and it's not volatile, so you will get your money. And now that you have the knowledge about investments, what are you waiting for? Are you going to take action and invest, or are you just gonna sit around and be lazy and just let your workplaces and other people invest for you, or are you gonna step it up and invest in yourself? Thank you.